Hi everybody, this is Jo from Carry Out Crystal Healing, and I just wanted to bring you some solstice guidance. So we've had some really big energy recently with those eclipses, so I'm sure you felt that. And then in the run up to June and during June, there are several planets that are going retrograde, so they look like they're going backwards from our perspective here on Earth. So we've kind of got that push-pull dynamic going on where we've got the eclipse energy that's really pushing us onwards, propelling us forwards, but those planets going retrograde kind of keeps us looking backwards to a certain extent, and we have to review and reevaluate what we've been doing so that we can make the changes that we need moving forward. So things might feel a little bit chaotic over the next few months. So yeah, that could be very interesting. What I'm going to do today is bring you some guidance from a couple of decks of cards that I've got. The first one I'm using is the Moonology Oracle cards from Yasmin Bolan. So I love these ones. So let's get a few cards and see what's in store, what we need to know. We got 3. Okay. The first one. The energy is gaining momentum. Then we have look at the bigger picture. So that's a full moon energy in Sagittarius. And then we have believe in the impossible. So it's interesting that we've got what looked like 2 full moons on these cards, so that's very big completion energy. So what I want to say first of all is that we are wrapping up a very old cycle where we've been in unhealthy patterns, we've been relating to people in unhealthy ways, we've not been looking at ourselves through a very favourable perspective perhaps. And so we're wrapping up anything that's unhealthy in those ways. Now with this card saying that the energy is gaining momentum, we really are going to be pushed to do our work over the coming months. It's like time's running out, and perhaps we've been plodding along a little bit is the sense that I'm getting. So if that makes sense for you, if we've been plodding along with things, it's time now. You might get a bit of a boot up the bum to really start moving, start taking action now, because you've had plenty of warning. You know, I think some of you know exactly what you've needed to do, but you've not really done it. And so the eclipses and this energy is going to really make you look at that and take action on it. Look at the bigger picture. It's time to start getting serious about what it is that you want for the rest of your life now. With the energy that we've got, we can create exactly what we want to. So do you want to create more of the same? Or do you believe that there is bigger and better and more happiness, more abundance available to you? And I know for a fact that there is. So perhaps there's an element where people have been settling, thinking that it'll just make do, and not daring perhaps to think that there could be anything better available for them, because there is, and the universe is offering it to us on a plate, but there are things that we need to let go of before we're able to do that. It's not possible to fill up a glass with really good stuff if it's already full of really gunky, murky water. You've got to get rid of that murky water, clean the glass up, and fill it up with the clean water. And then it says believe in the impossible. So exactly as I was saying, there is better available for you. You might not believe it. Perhaps you even feel on some level that you don't deserve it, but there could be nothing further from the truth. The universe doesn't see things that way. The universe only sees what it is that you're aiming for and what you're putting your energy towards. So if you're putting your energy towards something that perhaps you don't really want, or you're putting your energy into something which actually you would rather not, or perhaps you're putting energy into something that doesn't really provide the returns that you deserve, then the universe will just keep providing you more of the same. But if the universe sees that you are stopping and thinking, well, actually, I can do better than this, I want better than this, I want something different, and you start to take action on it, the support then starts to come in to help you. It's very interesting, the colours in these cards as well. I'm not sure if it's going to come out on camera, but we've got like a pink and a blue energy there, and then the first card is a more purple colour. So if you put the pink and the blue together, you get that purple colour. And so the pink and the blue for me is that masculine and feminine energy, and then the purple is the blend, the balance between the two. So what this tells me is our masculine and feminine energies have been growing and developing over time as we've healed, as we've been doing our work. And if you're not sure, your feminine energy is the more intuitive energy, the more feeling energy, and the feminine energy is also the receptive, receiving energy. And the masculine energy is the taking action type energy, using logic, creating plans, and moving forwards. It can also be taking the lead type energy too. And when you look at both of those energies, we need both of them. So you might identify as more intuitive, but actually your intuition goes to waste when you're not able to take action on it. And so what this is asking you to do is to take the inspiration that you get intuitively and start to put it into action. It's no use whatsoever having the ideas but doing nothing with them. We're here in a physical reality, in our physical bodies for a reason. We've come here to create change, and we can change it. And so with this, the energy is gaining momentum. It's like you have the energy within you. You create the momentum yourself. You choose what it is that you want to create, and then you do it. And really, there's a little bit of a harsh message in there where if you don't do it, who else is going to? Nobody else is going to do it for you. So you need to start to take action, make some decisions, and start to take action one step at a time. You might not know the full plan, but just one thing at a time. I'm going to finish with a crystal therapy card from Nikki Thompson Guest. So she's a lovely lady who's pretty local to me. I'm going to take a couple of these cards actually. Ooh, these are flying out. Okay. I'm debating whether I need to take another one. I might. We'll see. First card we have is Malachite. And then the second card we have is Moonstone. Both very feminine energies, but very different qualities of feminine energy. So the Moonstone is kind of, as the keyword says, it's goddess. It's a bit more floaty, perhaps a little bit more daydreamy. So you get your inspiration in that way. But then the Malachite is a bit more of a practical energy, and it's almost quite a bossy feminine energy. So like a mother or grandmother type energy. So it's for your own good type thing, quite a forceful energy. So it's quite interesting that we've got two feminine energy cards coming out when I was just talking about that masculine energy being needed to propel forwards. So perhaps what this is asking us to do is to get really clear on what it is that we want. And if we struggle with knowing what we want, perhaps it might be easier to start with talking about what we don't want. If it helps to write it out, you can do that. And if there's things that you need to get rid of and you want to get rid of, it helps to write it out and to burn it. Burn the paper that you've written it on. I'm going to take one more of these. So get really clear on what it is that you want to create, and clear on what it is that you want to get rid of too. Okay, now this makes sense. And then we have Chastolite, and it says healing wounds as the key word there. So chastolite is a really powerful protection crystal. So we're being reminded that we're always protected whilst we are going through these processes. It can feel pretty harsh and quite lonely whilst we're here on Earth, but we're always protected. The universe always has our back. But with the chastolite coming through and the healing wounds message, what I think this is saying is the way that we are able to heal from the past is by taking different actions. So for example, if your dream and perhaps your heart and your intuition is telling you to start a new course, for example, so to go and study something, and you've always said, oh, I would love to do that, but I can't do it because of this or because of that or because of the other, and you've kind of made excuses, and maybe they were quite valid excuses at the time. Perhaps those excuses aren't quite so valid anymore, and you've healed to get to this point now. So things aren't the same. Even though they might look the same on the outside, things aren't the same. You're a different person, a better version of yourself on the inside. And so you can choose to take action on those dreams now. And then the real healing occurs when you do start to take action. So what might happen is when you start to take action on your dreams, according to what your divine feminine energy and intuition is telling you, that might bring up fears for you, and that's normal. So it's very much a case of feel the fear and do it anyway, and know that the fears that come up are just other things that you need to heal to get to where it is that you're supposed to be going, where you want to go, where your heart is telling you to go. Because when you follow your heart, that's when you bring the greatest chances of success and happiness in your life, even if it doesn't make logical sense. So, more healing work to do, as always, as you go for your dreams. But hopefully this gives you some clues about what it is that you need to do and how you need to move forwards from now on. If you would like some more guidance, you can book a private reading with me. I call them a soul reading. So you can contact me via Facebook, or you can visit my website to book your own personal reading. So I send you Solstice blessings. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.